It's been our most loyal form of movement. No special gear, no gym, just a pair of shoes, a familiar route, and a moment to breathe. It clears the head, strengthens the legs, and feels like the safest thing a body can do, especially after 65. So when doctors start rethinking walking for seniors, it can feel confusing. Wait, walking? The one thing we were always told to do more of? You're not alone if this surprises you. Paul, 72, from Wisconsin, called his daughter recently after a checkup. "The doctor told me to walk less," he said, puzzled. Has the world turned upside down? But the truth is more nuanced. Doctors aren't saying walking is bad. What they're saying is that how we walk, and how much, starts to matter more as we age. Our bodies change, and movement that once felt effortless can slowly turn into something that wears us down instead of building us up. Take Alice, 68, who started noticing fatigue in her hips and knees after her daily 5-mile walks. "I thought I was doing something right," she said, "but I started to feel older after my walks, not better." The science backs this up. New studies show that for seniors over 65, excessive or repetitive walking without variety or rest can lead to joint stress, inflammation, and even loss of muscle, if not paired with proper recovery or strength support. Now, that doesn't mean you need to stop walking. Far from it. Walking is still one of the most valuable things you can do for your health. But the message is shifting from just keep moving to move wisely and with balance. And that shift might be the key to not just walking longer, but living stronger. For decades, walking has been seen as the golden exercise. It's gentle, low impact, and fits easily into daily routines. But just like any movement, even something as simple as walking can shift in its effects as our bodies age. Let's look at Irene. She's 75 now, and for years she prided herself on getting in 10,000 steps every day. Rain or shine, she made her rounds through her neighborhood. But lately she's noticed something unsettling. Her legs feel heavier, her feet ache more than they used to, and even though she's walking the same distance, she feels more drained afterward. At first she thought she was just having a few off days, but they kept adding up. Her doctor finally told her, "Irene, you might be walking too much for what your body needs right now." It's not a message we hear often, and for many, it feels almost like giving up. But here's the truth. Walking, like any form of exercise, needs to be tailored to your season of life. Too much of it, especially without rest days, strength support, or variation, can actually increase wear and tear on joints, overstress the cardiovascular system, and contribute to fatigue instead of energy. Laura Kim, a geriatric specialist, recently said in a medical journal, "Greater than, we're seeing more seniors in their 70s and 80s showing signs of repetitive overuse, not from high-intensity workouts, but from long daily walks without complementary movements or proper footwear. It's the accumulation that becomes the issue." So, how do you know if walking is becoming too much? Look for signs like persistent joint aches, especially in the knees and hips, increased fatigue after your walks rather than feeling refreshed, swelling in your feet or ankles, and reduced recovery time. You might also feel off balance or find yourself shortening your stride without meaning to. None of these signs mean you should stop walking altogether, but they are your body's way of asking for something a little different, maybe less distance, more rest, or a smarter routine. Just like we listen to our loved ones, we must learn to listen to our bodies too. They are wiser than we think. As we explore how walking affects our aging bodies, it's important to understand that the risks of overdoing it are more than just an inconvenience. They can have serious, long-term consequences if we don't take steps to protect ourselves. Let's talk about Janet, who's 70 and lives in a small rural town. She's always loved the simplicity of walking, and for years it was her go-to for staying fit. But about 6 months ago, she started feeling some sharp pain in her knees. At first, she brushed it off, telling herself it was just part of getting older. After all, her doctor always told her walking was one of the best things she could do. But when the pain got worse, Janet started to realize that her daily, hour-long walks on uneven gravel paths might not be as kind to her body as she thought. She consulted with her physician, who pointed out that while walking itself wasn't bad, the constant strain from long walks on hard, uneven surfaces, combined with insufficient muscle recovery, could be causing inflammation in her knees. This isn't uncommon. Dr. Thomas Baker, an orthopedic expert, explains, "Greater than walking in older age is a double-edged sword. While it's a low-impact exercise, excessive walking, especially if you're not varying your routine or complementing it with strength training, can place repetitive stress on weight-bearing joints. This increases the risk of injuries like tendinitis, bursitis, and in some cases, osteoarthritis flare-ups. Osteoarthritis, which affects many seniors, can be exacerbated by frequent, unvaried walking. Inflammation of the joints, especially in the knees, hips, and lower back, can become more pronounced, leading to stiffness, pain, and decreased mobility. But the good news is, walking too much isn't the only way to get active, and it's not the only thing that matters for maintaining our strength and mobility. Many doctors are now advocating for a balance. Yes, walking is great, but it should be just one piece of a broader, varied fitness routine. Strength training, stretching, and even gentle activities like yoga or swimming can complement your walking, reduce the stress on your joints, and support your overall mobility. Remember, movement diversity is key. It's not just about walking more, but about moving in ways that nourish and protect your body for the long run. If walking alone isn't enough to maintain optimal health as we age, what else can we do? The answer, many doctors now agree, lies in strength training. Yes, strength training, the thing that might sound intimidating, but is one of the most powerful tools for senior wellness. I know what you might be thinking. Strength training at my age? Isn't that for younger folks at the gym? Well, let me introduce you to Paul, 74, who was initially hesitant about lifting weights. For years he had stuck with his daily walks and a little gardening, but recently his doctor suggested adding some light strength training to his routine. Paul was skeptical but decided to give it a try. Fast forward 6 months, and not only does Paul feel stronger and more balanced, but he also finds his walks much more enjoyable. He has more energy, and his knees don't ache the way they used to after a long stroll. Why does strength training make such a difference? Here's the thing. Muscle mass naturally decreases with age. By the time we're 70, we can lose as much as 3–8% of our muscle mass per decade. Without enough muscle strength, our joints become more vulnerable, and our risk for falls increases. Dr. Sarah Jennings, a physical therapist, explains it this way: greater than. For seniors, maintaining muscle mass isn't just about looking toned, it's essential for functional strength. Being able to stand up from a chair without assistance, lift groceries, or simply hold your balance while walking. Strength training combats muscle loss, supports bones, and improves coordination. You don't have to lift heavy weights or go to the gym to start. In fact, simple exercises using your body weight or resistance bands can make a huge difference. Squats, lunges, and chair rises movements that mimic everyday tasks can build the muscles that are crucial for mobility and balance. Even gentle resistance exercises can help prevent the muscle deterioration that makes simple movements, like walking, feel more taxing than they should. The key is consistency. Just like walking, strength training should become a part of your regular routine, not something you do just once in a while. The muscles you build now will help support your joints and bones in the long run, keeping you active, mobile, and independent for as long as possible. We've talked about how walking can have a greater impact on your body than you might realize as you get older, and we've also discussed the importance of strength training. But now, let's circle back to walking and how you can make sure it's benefiting you in the right way. The key is learning how to walk smart, because it's not just about the how much, but the how. With a few adjustments, you can continue to enjoy those refreshing walks without putting unnecessary strain on your body. Take Irene from earlier, who had noticed some discomfort during her daily walks. After rethinking her routine with her doctor, she made a few changes. First, she invested in good shoes that were specifically designed to provide arch support and cushioning for her feet. A few weeks later, she noticed a significant difference in how her knees felt. Comfortable, supportive shoes are essential for any walking routine, especially as we age. Good shoes help absorb the impact of each step and align your posture, reducing strain on your joints and muscles. When shopping for shoes, focus on those with shock absorption and stability, especially in the arch and heel areas. Also, consider shoes with breathable material, as they can help prevent blisters and discomfort on longer walks. Next, think about walking pace. It's not about rushing. In fact, walking too fast, especially on hard surfaces, can increase the risk of strain. It's better to walk at a pace that feels comfortable for your body. Remember, quality over quantity. Then there's the duration of your walk. While walking daily is great, you might want to alternate your walking intensity. For instance, instead of doing a long, brisk walk every day, mix in shorter, slower walks with rest days in between. This gives your body time to recover and helps prevent the risk of overuse injuries. And don't forget about posture. Walk with a slight lean forward, but not too much. Keep your head aligned with your spine. This ensures your muscles are engaged properly and reduces pressure on your back and hips. Finally, consider mixing your walk with gentle stretches. Stretching before and after a walk can help loosen tight muscles and improve flexibility, which supports balance and reduces the risk of falls. With just a few small adjustments, your walks can remain a cornerstone of your wellness routine. It's about balancing movement and rest, knowing your body's limits, and being intentional with your exercise. As we near the end of our conversation, let's take a moment to step back and look at the bigger picture. Walking, strength training, and smart movement are all crucial components of maintaining your health and mobility after 65. But they're just part of the equation. Holistic health, that is, a balanced, all-encompassing approach to your well-being, is what truly makes a difference. Yes, physical movement matters, but so does nutrition, mental health, and emotional support. It's about finding balance across all aspects of your life that contribute to your longevity and quality of life. Let's think about Alice, 68, and her best friend Janet. Alice is an avid walker, and she also makes time for a few strength exercises each week. But what really sets Alice apart is her commitment to overall wellness. She's not just focused on her body, she also takes time for her mind. Alice practices mindfulness, attends a local senior social group, and prioritizes healthy eating, all of which play a vital role in keeping her healthy and energized. Her balance and strength continue to improve, not just because she's active, but because she is consistently nurturing her whole self. Dr. Sarah Linton, a wellness expert, often emphasizes greater than we often think of health as just physical fitness, but true wellness encompasses everything: our emotional resilience, our social connections, and the food we fuel ourselves with. Without mental well-being, the body has a harder time recovering, healing, and staying strong. It's so important to view your health from this wide lens. Nutrient-dense foods, such as leafy greens, lean proteins, and healthy fats, nourish the muscles and joints you work hard to keep strong. Getting enough sleep, staying hydrated, and managing stress also play significant roles in maintaining energy and reducing the physical wear and tear that can come with aging. Additionally, don't forget about social connections. Loneliness can impact physical health just as much as physical inactivity. Irene, whom we met earlier, has also found great benefit in joining a weekly walking group. The combination of social interaction and shared movement has brought a sense of purpose and joy to her walks. It's not just about the physical exercise, but the mental and emotional benefits of being part of a community that supports one another. In conclusion, walking after 65 can still be a fantastic way to stay active, but only when it's done thoughtfully and in balance with other activities. It's not about striving to walk more or further. It's about making sure you're taking care of your body in the right ways, incorporating strength training, listening to your body, and recognizing the importance of your overall health. As you move forward, remember this: you are the expert of your own body. Find the rhythm that works for you, honor your limits, and always be kind to yourself as you take each step. Thank you for being with me today. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, share your thoughts in the comments, and don't forget to subscribe for more videos focused on your health and wellness after 65. Keep moving, stay strong, and take care of yourselves. You are truly remarkable.